C.E.S.T. Caveman Entertainment Sports Talk.
C.E.S.T.
On your screens right now, you see me. My name is Zach. Up to the top right. To the left, we have Matt. Bottom down there is going to be Scott. And then right below me here is my brother Stone. We're just everyday normal sports fans. And just trying to have a little fun with the podcast. Little news of today. I think, Scott, you meant, who was it? It was Sir Anthony Dominguez to the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought of when I heard that was like, oh, okay, so Sir Anthony and Hoffman get to be teammates again. That's cool. But, I mean, I guess we could start with reactions. Whoever wants to go first.
Didn't they trade, like, what, one or two prospects? There's, like, nothing to get him, right?
I think it was one.
I didn't even see
I think it was their number 10 or something like that.
I think it was one prospect. I just find it weird when they spend. They're trading for bullpen after spending that money on Hoffman. So I'm like.
I mean, they still need bullpen though.
Still, you think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know them too well. You guys would know them better than me, but.
Yeah, they traded him for
Let's see.
Ron Watts Brown. Hopefully I said that. I don't think that guy's to be watching our.
What's that? What's his name?
Jerron Donovan Watts Brown. He's the number 17 pick on Major League Baseball's top 25 or top 30 Blue Jays prospect list.
So he's one of the top 30.
Yeah, he's 23.
I mean, it's Sir Anthony has a high upside in my opinion. It's probably he's probably not one of their highest rated, if I had to think.
No.
But
he was a former Philly, right?
Yeah, he was a former Philly.
Yeah.
We traded him to Baltimore last year or the year before, I think.
Baltimore.
Yeah, last year or the year before. Real quick for the broadcast, Scott, if you do me a favor, you just turn that volume down or whatever you're watching. Or whoever's watching something, it's coming through.
It's probably me.
Oh, okay.
I say my volume's on 50%, but I got you, no problem.
No, but so Matt and Scott down here, I'm pointing to everybody so you can see that I'm pointing. Those two are Yankees fans.
Can't see your fingers. Just a heads up.
My fingers are fat enough.
No,
to
it's
see
okay. Yeah, it's okay.
So these two are Yankees fans. Me and Stone are Phillies fans. Cowboys fan, Eagles fan, Eagles fan, Eagles fan.
I was all day.
Scott's a Celtics fan. Stone's a Sixers fan. Matt's a Dallas fan, I think, mostly when it comes to sports. I don't hold any.
I like the Knicks.
Oh, that's what it was. It was the
I
Knicks.
Knicks.
Okay, I forgot you like the Knicks. Yeah, so he likes the Knicks, but I guess we'll start with the Yankees fans.
I'm not a Mavs fan.
Scott or Matt, is there a trade or two you think the Yankees should make? Or if you like the ones they did, or?
Well, I mean, I do like the McMahon trade, only because I think he's a good defender. They needed a third baseman. He's not hit for average guy, and he's from Colorado, so they always have the weird home and away splits.
Yeah.
So that kind of worries me. But for what they had there, Peraza, like, it's basically a revolving door. So anything they were gonna get is gonna be better than that. McMahon has a bit of pop, so I like the move for what I think they could have done
lefty
while
short
giving
porch
up minimal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they don't want to give up. They don't want to give up a bunch of prospects. They don't.
How do you feel about that? Are you willing to give up some prospects for somebody?
That's all they're getting.
Yeah, it has to be the right move. Yankees prospect hug, and then I feel like they mishandle their prospects. But at the same time, they don't have the strongest farm system. So they, in order to get names without trading their top end of farm system, then I think it was a pretty good move.
Yeah,
and I think we'll see him show his value immediately.
I think you mentioned the other day too. You said that you got. I think this morning one of you put in the group chat. Gil's gonna throw 75 pitches or something in his next.
Yeah,
that's basically a trade. It's a free trade. You know what I mean? He's coming back during the trade deadline. We all know he's good. Did he win Rookie of the Year last year?
And they still need an arm. That's the crazy thing. They still need another arm. So I would expect them to. Maybe.
I'd take Sandy if Matt Blake can do something with him.
I'll take Sandy too. I've wanted Sandy for a little bit. I think the other person trying to think. Is it Mitch Keller from the Pirates? I like Mitch Keller. I would take Mitch Keller
Keller,
too.
yeah, he's it's one
Yeah,
of them.
I do just think most teams are gonna try to tax the Yankees.
I do remember
Unless
seeing
the person they're playing is.
I feel like a name like Merrill Kelly and Zach Gallen, they're big
Yeah.
names. Even and
Yeah.
add Dustin May onto this too.
Yeah.
They're gonna take a
I would
lot.
take Dustin May.
They're gonna take at least an MLB guy, probably a top 10 in your farm system, and probably a throw-in or two. Like, in all honesty, the way the league goes.
Yeah. Maybe.
I feel like I mean, I think I heard today on 94 WIP that the Pirates want a top 5 prospect for Bednar.
Keller?
Bednar,
and I get that, but I'm like, in my head, I'm like, it's like I guess if you're desperate, you're gonna do it. And I mean,
right.
I'll just throw into Bednar. I don't know if you wanted to touch on Bednar or not, but since I brought him up,
I was gonna say, not just top 5 prospect, a minimum of a top 5 prospect.
minimum.
That's the starting.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, he's 2-5.
And that's what concerns me.
He's 2-5, 2.19 ERA. We all know what he does. I believe he throws a split finger, a curve, and I think just a hard fastball, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
And just give me like 2 seconds, I'll be able to tell you. I mean, I know me and Stone talked about him before.
Listen,
yeah, split finger,
I don't know
four-seam
too much
changeup or
about
curveball.
his stats over the years, but he has good stats on the Pirates, and the Pirates are sorry. So
Yeah, I mean,
I think
his stats
from that,
he's a
justification on
constant
their part. I see them asking for a lot.
Yeah, he's I mean, he had a high ERA in he actually had a 5.77 in 62 games played last year. And then he had a 2.61, a 2.23 from 2023 or 2021 to 2023. So I mean,
he's always been good.
Yeah,
for the most part.
It looks like he just got hit a lot. His walks hits per inning pitched was 1.42, which is really high.
That's high. Yeah.
For perspective, you want to keep it below 1.3, just in case anyone wondered. Stone, is there a name that you're thinking of for the Phillies that you wanted to bring up, or just the trade scenario maybe? Because I know you mentioned that you were.
Well, I was gonna say, if we're looking at it like a relief pitcher comparable to Bednar, I think we could get Felix Bautista from the O's for like much cheaper, coming off of Tommy John.
Yeah.
Right now, what's he have? He has a 2.6 ERA, 50 strikeouts, 1.13 WHIP, 34.2 innings. Because I don't think he started the year.
Interesting.
But he's got a 97 mile per hour sinker, 89 mile per hour splitter, slider, 85 miles per hour that he throws. So I think that we bring him in, I think he could be our closer.
Yeah, no, he definitely has closer material. Just a quick look up. I'm looking though. They're worried about his shoulder.
Oh, they still a little concerned with him.
Yeah, I don't know if that means he won't be traded or if that just means they just don't want to trade him. Because I feel like they could be like, yeah, we don't want to move him, so we're going to say he has a shoulder injury. You know, we're going to throw him on the IL because baseball's good at
that. Or it lessens his trade value, so it's cheaper. But it could be like, we're holding on to him. We don't really want to move him and making an excuse.
What do you guys? Random question. What do you guys think the Phillies' biggest need is? Is it back of the bullpen or you need a bat? 100%. What do you think you need?
I think. I'm sorry, Stan. I'll go first, but
I
think our offense may be streaky at times, but our starting rotation, personally speaking, I think the Philly starting rotation, they just irk me because they're so good and so bad on certain nights. But on paper, they're top 2, the top 3 in the league. If you can get 5 to 6 with your rotation letting up 2, our offense could put up 3 or 4. At least it should. And with a back end bullpen that could from 7 to 9, just shut it down. Which we did have last year, or last year or the year before in 2022, it just imploded because of that's just what happens. But if you could get a solid back end bullpen for an offense that, when healthy, can probably score 5 to 6 on average, with a rotation that won't give up more than 3, usually, I think that's perfect. I mean, I still think we need a right-handed bat, but I think back end bullpen I don't say it'd do wonders, but it would be less of a worry when we get to the 6th or 7th and you're like, who's coming out now? Is it going to be Lazar? Is it going to be like? There's so many names. There's this kid named Johnson. I think they had like. What are we doing? Like in the back end, Seth Johnson in our back end. When we had last year, it was Hoffman. I know he's suspended, but Alvarado and Strom, which we still have Alvarado and Strom, but Alvarado's suspended.
Is he suspended for PEDs?
Yes, he was for PEDs.
And he's ineligible for the postseason, I believe. So even when he comes back, he can't.
He comes back, I think, sometime in August, if I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, he'll come back to finish out the regular season, but then be left off postseason.
What would you say, Scott?
I don't know.
Like, what's the point of being able to come back for like September or August and September, but you can't pitch in the postseason?
Because I think to be either, I wonder if it's an eligibility thing for playing you have to play a certain amount of games to play in the postseason. But I also wonder if it's just like I also wonder if that's part of the suspension. Like, oh, you did PEDs, like you can play the season, but a part of your punishment is you're gonna not play playoffs. Like that's just how it is. But I don't know. I mean, if he's not there to get you to the playoffs, what's the point of not letting him play in the playoffs? He did his time, he's doing the suspension. I don't see it, but it's the way it goes.
My whole thing with the bullpen though, especially for playoffs, is I'm tired of having someone like Jordan Romano has a 6.99 ERA coming in to close out the game or do a one inning save. You can't be holding your breath with this good of a team, and that's one of the only things that's really holding him back. A right-handed bat would be huge, especially if it's like a left fielder to have consistency there. Yeah. But the bullpen you can win a 1-0 game now.
Yeah. Without needing to rely on Wheeler or Sanchez or Ranger going all 9 and giving you the 1-0. No, 100%. I'll swing it back to you guys, our AL fans over there. Is there a name for the Yankees you want, or is there even just a trade that you've been hearing that you kind of want to talk about, that you've been hearing rumors of that you want to talk about?
I really would like to get Johan Duran. I mean, we really need more back end of the bullpen help in general. We need at least 2 relievers, hopefully another arm, like another starter.
Yeah.
But I don't see them getting another starter with Gil coming back on Sunday.
Okay. So you don't see
I want Duran,
especially if they package for somebody. So if they do Duran and Willie Castro package, I don't see them, or Duran and Bader. Although I don't want Bader, but
you guys already have.
They might want Bader.
We already got 4 outfielders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why everybody wants Bader back. Then you could just
he's having a good year.
Or Jason in center.
I mean, Bader's having a good year. That's the reason. But let me look up his stats real quick while you guys are talking. What were you going to say, Matt?
I think I have his stats too. Give me just.
He's hitting 254, 12 homers, 38 RBIs.
Yeah.
94 games played. I mean, 254.
Bader.
I mean, he's kind of hitting par for his course right now, to be honest with you. He's
254,
236,
he's a 230 or 243
78 Ks and 293 plate appearances. So he strikes out a good amount, but he's doing his job.
He's just one of those. I think he's one of those surefire bats who could give you a hit, but also give you really good center. Really, not only center field, but really good outfield. He'll give you a really good outfield. So
yeah. But that's the thing, though. I guess he's gonna play. He play what, left field? They slide belly to right.
I don't even know. Yeah, but I'd rather just play Jason. What are we?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I was gonna say Jason needs at bats. I think that's the biggest thing.
He's not plugged in with the Yankees. Are they not? Is he not really playing as much?
He's off and on.
But yeah,
gotcha.
They won't just stick him out there. Even on nights where he's hot, they won't stick him back out there.
They're not giving him the next day.
Yeah, and that's an entirely different conversation because Clint Frazier, former Yankees player, he said they don't believe in players being hot, letting players be hot. They'll hit you to the matchup. Doesn't matter if you just went 4 for 5 with 2 home runs, back-to-back games. If they don't believe in that. So that's totally different.
To put it in perspective,
it's all about a system.
So I'll put it in perspective.
They're heading into the analytics.
I'm just going to compare. Speaking of analytics, I'm just going to compare Harrison Bader's stats versus Jason's stats right now. So I know doing a podcast, I should probably know what WAR actually determines, what is determined by it. But
I don't like using WAR.
So Harrison
I like
Bader.
using the stats we kind of are comfortable with quantifying.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so home run comparison.
Still give it. I'm just saying.
9 to Jason, 12 to Bader. He has 36 Jason has 36 RBIs to Harrison's 38 RBIs. Jason actually has more at bats than Harrison Bader, 298 versus 264, and he has 10 more hits than Harrison Bader in those. What is that? 35 more at bats, 34 more at bats. They're hitting virtually the same. So I mean, I feel like you would just be trading for another Jason.
Basically, quote unquote better fielder, not quote unquote, because he is definitely a better
Harrison
fielder,
Bader is slugging a little bit more than Jason, so he has a little bit more of the power, I guess, there. But I mean,
yeah. How many
Jody's had the pop though.
He's also much older.
He is much older.
Yeah. How old is Jay? I can't see how old Jason is.
23.
20 what? 22? Yeah, he's young. He's a young boy.
Jason is 22, and Harrison Bader
31.
30.
It has to be in his 30s. I mean, yeah, I don't think I'd move Jason. Yeah, I think you can't move him. If you do, you move him for
definitely wouldn't move him.
You would have. I think you guys would move him for like.
And not for a rental.
I could see Gallon. No. I could see it can be like someone like a Gallon or of a Merrill Kelly. I truly could see a Jason
somebody
being
with
thrown
some
in.
Sort of control. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I don't know.
Has anyone
Gallon and Merrill Kelly?
I don't think they'll.
Are they free? I think Gallon is Gallon. I think Merrill Kelly might have another year, but Gallon might be a rental.
Yeah, I think Gallon's a rental. That's why he's
willing
coming up
to
so
move
much. I think
Jason for someone like isn't Duran under control? Yeah, control through 2027. Like, would they move him for?
Yeah. So that's the thing. If they had to move him, then I could see them getting Bader back because you're gonna lose one of your outfielders. So okay, in that sense, it makes sense. But I'm not sure. Honestly, I may be crazy, but I would try to trade Spencer Jones before I trade it.
I've been saying that to you guys for at least 2 years now.
Honestly,
if you're not going to call him up, you move
Spencer
him.
Jones while he was hot.
You guys could get such a good haul for him. I think you could get
I mean, he's been streaky. He strikes out a lot, but since he's been in AAA, he's been hot. He's been on fire. So I'd try to trade him while he has max value right now, rather than trading Dominguez.
Yeah, that's especially if that is fair. Has anyone had any update? Anyone heard anything on Suarez?
No, on his hand.
In terms of what he's
I know that.
Yeah, X-rays were negative. He's fine in terms of the injury.
Oh, okay. X-rays were negative. Okay. So actually, I'm gonna be honest. So at this point, and I'll explain why I want to do this. I'm trading for Suarez if I'm the Phillies. He's hitting 247 with 36 home runs and 87 RBIs. He's leading the MLB right now, and he's leading it. And the guy in second is also on the Phillies, and Kyle Schwarber. He has 86. He's a righty. He's a corner infielder that can play both third base and first base. He is an unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. But the only reason why I'm going with Suarez is because Bryce Harper made it a point to get it into the media over in the offseason, and still did, even I think like a month ago. He was willing to move back to right field for a right-handed hitting power bat. What is Eugenio Suarez? A right-handed hitting power bat. This is what I do. I think me and Stone both know this. I've also made this clear. Alec Boehm is not going to be a career third baseman in Philadelphia. It's not going to work. He's not. It's just the defense will not hold up. I move him to first base, move Bryce back to right field, Castellano in left. Then now you have Suarez, Turner, Stock.
Suarez isn't a good fielder though.
I'm okay with that though.
Just trading bad fielder for bad fielder.
I'm okay with the offense.
I'll take the offense. I'll take the offense. I want the offense.
Yeah.
Give me the offense. They can have 2 runs on an error when we score 8. Like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But and the center field thing, I'm cool. If you trade for a Suarez, you're not gonna be able to trade for a Luis Robert. You're probably not gonna trade for a Ramon Laureano. You're not gonna trade for another center fielder. So we're gonna have to stick with whoever survives that trade, because I think Rojas or Marsh, one of those two is going to be included in that trade. I don't think you can get away with it. I think you're going to have to include a name like Painter, a name like Crawford, maybe. And I mean, I'm not against it. I think they could use a right-handed power bat like that. I mean, 36 home runs, 87 RBIs. You'd have to pitch to him, especially if you protected him with Harper, or you put him at third and you protected, like, you'd have to pitch to him. And then real quick, one more name that I think me and Stone talked about a little bit was O'Neal Cruz. That name, albeit he's a lefty, we need a right-handed. But O'Neal Cruz has team control through 2028. He's 6'10". He can hit the ball to the moon. If
you don't have to,
this is my starting. This is my 1 through 4. For that? This is my I think he would take a similar haul to, like a Stephen Kwan, or I probably not as much. Probably
I think he'd be a little bit cheaper more than Kwan.
I don't, maybe, but I think just because of age.
He's. How do you describe O'Neal Cruz? The idea of O'Neal Cruz is better than the current actual O'Neal Cruz.
I mean, here's my thing
with O'Neal Cruz. 222. OPS 747. He's 26. He is young, but that's the thing. He's still slightly a project because he hasn't really broken out beyond.
This is where my thought
really his rookie year.
He's fast.
He also can't stay healthy. And
this is all this comes into making the deal cheaper. I'm okay with. I agree. If we're gonna get, this is what I would do. I would tell the Pirates. I would give them Painter. I'd give them a combination of Rojas and Marsh, and maybe two others, and see if you can get an O'Neal Cruz, and then maybe throw in another prospect for a David Bednar, or a who's the other guy, Dennis Santana. There are two relievers. Yeah. We can get a one and done deal,
baby.
But the thing is, with O'Neal Cruz, imagine this 1 through 4, because the problem with the Pirates is they don't have to pitch to O'Neal Cruz when you're playing the Pirates. You can pitch around him. I'd rather pitch to whoever's behind O'Neal Cruz, not actually to O'Neal Cruz. Why throw anything to him when you don't have to worry about anyone behind him? This is how I said to Stone. You lead him off, so it would be O'Neal Cruz, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber. You'd have to pitch to one of them. You cannot not pitch to one of them. One of them's going to see a pretty good fastball, and they all can hit the ball well out of the park. I just think his combination of power, speed, and fielding is very rare. And I think if you protect him with Trey Turners and Bryce Harpers and Kyle Schwarbers, he's going to get pitched to. Especially if you hit him in leadoff. I know has a lower average of 221, but that's like it's like putting. If we're going to have Schwarber hit leadoff for the past 3 years, then there should be no reason why O'Neal Cruz can't hit leadoff. That should say that. They both have the same pop.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
If you had to pick one of the three out of Kwan, Robert, and O'Neal Cruz, who would you want the most?
Kwan with flying colors.
Yeah.
I think that's
to me, it's not even
I
close.
think it's Kwan.
I agree with that.
Funny enough, I'd want O'Neal Cruz over Robert. I just like O'Neal Cruz is just, if you could get that right, if you could get O'Neal Cruz right and in the right situation, that kid's gonna hit. He doesn't have to hit 300. He can hit 240 for me as long as he's hitting 40 home runs. I don't care.
Yeah.
And he's giving me a good outfield with a strong arm. Has the strongest arm in the MLB.
34 stolen bases too. He's good on the bases. He can run.
He's lanky. He can really play any position you put him at.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Stephen Kwan doesn't strike out. He'll get you a hit. He'll get you that bat ball.
Stephen Kwan is good.
Professional hitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Him and
he's had more. He's walked more than he struck out in the past 2 seasons, and he's on pace this season to match it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one.
And he's a 3-time Gold
Glove. He has finished. I don't know exactly what year, but in his professional career, he has finished a year with less strikeouts than walks.
Yeah,
there's only 2 hitters that can do that in this day and age, and that's him and Luis Arias. I think they're the 2 best professional hitters in MLB that just put bat on ball, and that's all they care about is putting bat on ball.
Yeah, he's who I'm willing to
Steven Kwan
say.
is a really good
I know, like they'd probably ask for Painter, but I think we could give him Mick Abel, and I would trade him Bryson Stott.
Ooh.
To Cleveland.
You're moving Stott?
I would move Stott because I just feel they would need some type of young MLB player in the deal. And that gives them a little bit of offense on the infield while we get the boost in the outfield. And it's enough of a difference where I feel comfortable losing Stott, especially if we compare it with like a Willie Castro.
That's what Matt said.
Trade.
I mean, if you can get Steven Kwan and Willie Castro, but if we're gonna do Steven Kwan and Willie Castro, I'd be willing to give a top prospect in Painter.
No, I'd be willing to give Painter. So I had 5 different players I was willing to trade for. Kwan, we talked about. Batista, we talked about. Just touched on Castro a little bit. Duran is where I would send Andrew Painter. So I have all of my players. I would be able to make 5 trades, basically, is how I have my things formatted.
I'm trying to
have
make
duplicate players.
No matter who's going to take it, I'm making the package around Andrew Painter. I don't want to move Aiden Miller. I don't want to move...
Crawford and Miller for me are completely untouchable. I believe in them in the long term.
The only way I'd be okay with moving Crawford is if I guess they're high enough on Rojas, because I just don't think Marsh is it.
But Crawford would just have to be like, it has to be a big move. We'd have to get something big in return.
Yeah.
Like that's for Kwan. That's for Duran if it comes to it. Like someone who is absolutely going to help us go for a championship.
Yeah.
And,
who plays second base if you trade Stott?
If you have to, you
can
go with like Sosa.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Osa.
See,
playing?
The thing is,
Otto Kemp.
Otto Kemp is a third baseman, first baseman. He probably could play short or second base.
First, outfield a little bit. I guess he could play second, but not as much.
Here's my thing.
You can Trey Turner and then maybe have Sosa slide.
Trey Turner irks me because I feel like if he was willing to change positions, he would already be in center field.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I just meant having him go to second.
No, I get you. That's why I think a move for Trey over to second, he'd be more inclined to do than a move to center field, just because I guess he stays on the infield.
Yeah, he doesn't like the outfield.
I'm with you. Trey should go to second. If we move Stott, Trey should go to second. At the end of the day, that's what it should be. Sosa at short. You have Sosa at short, Bohm at third, and we're fine with that. But
the other player I'm looking at is kind of between O'Neal Cruz and Suarez is Miggy that you're saying earlier.
Miggy Two-Bags?
Miguel Andujar. Yeah.
Andujar.
Las Vegas Athletics.
Baby.
Got robbed the rookie of the year.
That's facts.
No, I think that's a good trade too. Like looking at his stats,
third baseman plays outfield for us, righty. He's hitting 290, 718 OPS, 23 RBIs, 11 walks, 28 strikeouts. He only has like 4 home runs, but with our lineup, if he can just hit doubles, just get in play, things like that, that's completely fine.
And again, he's another one like he's going to see pitches because they're not going to want to pitch
exactly.
The other big hitters 1 through 6, like they're not going to want to.
That's
see
how
him.
I feel. If he's hitting 290 on the A's right now, and I know they have who just came up and is going crazy. Is that Krutz?
Yes.
That's the only other.
No, it's Kurtz because it's
hitter.
Nick
Kurtz.
The Yankees kind of ruined Andujar.
It's been going nuts since April.
Yeah, I mean they have Nick Kurtz, they have Jacob Wilson, they have Lawrence Butler. Like that team.
He's fresh. You got to fresh it on.
And who does Lawrence Butler?
Wilson, I believe.
He hurt his arm. He broke his arm.
Oh
my god! That was the bona fide rookie of the year.
Zach Wilson broke his arm.
No, Jacob. Isn't it Jacob Wilson?
Jacob.
That's what I meant. My bad.
Zach Wilson.
I believe he was a
Zach Wilson. Wasn't he a lefty pitcher for the Rangers at one point?
Yeah, left forearm.
Zach Wilson, former Yankee great.
Jets great too.
No, see, the thing is with Oakland, Oakland's got a good future, and I want the Phillies to throw a crazy offer for Mason Miller.
3 hours ago, too.
My dream trade is Mason Miller.
Mace, they're gonna.
I would send Painter for Miller.
I would send Painter, and I'd send Crawford. I honestly would.
Honestly,
I would send a good amount.
They'd tax y'all ass for
yeah, they
absolutely.
He's having an off year too. I looked up his stats. He's actually not having that great of a year. I think he's got like a 5 ERA, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the A's. I wonder if they're gonna trade Sevy.
They could.
What would they even get for him though?
With the A's, I feel like we could get Andujar for literally 2 prospects,
and probably not even top 30. Probably lower than that.
Yeah, what I have written up is our 11th ranked prospect and our 23rd ranked prospect.
So hey, the Athletics, we got this guy named Max Kepler. He won't steer you wrong, I promise you. Just
him in.
Up his stats.
Throw him in. There's 3 players for 1.
Yeah.
Who says no?
Max Kepler will give you.
It's like when you. The fantasy
trade
for 1.
Let me talk to Brad Pitt real quick. I'm telling you,
Max Kepler unhappy with his playing time.
Max Kepler, yeah, unhappy with his playing time.
So much.
You know what? You know what? This is
cannot survive this deadline on the team.
This is kind of a good way to wrap this up because we're at 31 minutes now in the recording. I just want to look up his stats. Just a big fuck you to Max Kepler.
Max Kepler.
Oh, I have it right here because I had.
Remember when? Remember a few years back when they said he was better than Judge?
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, he is. I mean, hey, he's playing. Hate to say that.
He could play the rest of the year, guys, and Judge could never play another game in his.
Before you read off the stats, Stone, I just want to ask a question. What year did they say that? Because I'm looking at his yearly stats.
2021? What year was that?
Yeah, I think it was 2020, 2021.
He had. Wait, I got to look this up further real quick before we end this.
Because it was when Judge was getting hurt every year.
I'm about to look it up.
And then, he came back in 22, and then he hit the 62 home runs. 23, he ran into the wall.
In 21, he had 19.
And then he got this year.
The most home run he's had in his career in 1 year was 36, and that was in 2019.
Let's see.
In 2019, he hit. Where is it? He hit 36 home runs, 252 batting average, 90 RBIs in 2019. That was his best year.
What year? I wonder what year was
it. Couldn't have been 21 because he barely played. I think he. Oh, no, that was 2020. Yeah, 20. He was 211.
2020. I think it might be 2022. Honestly,
2023 he hit 260. His last good year.
Because the stats that are on this, let's see. I can't see what year this was, but it says last 162 games played. Judge's stats were 40 home runs, 87 ribbies, 116 runs, 216 strikeouts. Kepler, 41 home runs, 105 ribbies, 115 runs, 113 strikeouts. But again, I don't know what year. This is still when Judge is striking out a lot too, so this is early on.
I looked up Max Kepler better than Aaron Judge, and Google's AI just simply goes, no.
No.
While
Kepler has had some solid seasons and moments, Max Judge's overall impact.
That's so funny. But anyway, I'm going to start on this podcast. It's going to be for me at least, the Fuck Max Kepler Club, because I can't stand that man.
Dude, I hate him so much.
I actually
MLB analyst Aaron Judge versus Max Kepler takes looks even crazier in hindsight. And this was 2022. So
yeah, that was his last good year. It was 2023, 2022, 2023. That's
what do you mean? 2025 is his last good year, Zach?
Yeah, hitting 205. Yeah, okay. Quite literally hitting 205, and the dude's got a -4. But yeah, he needs more.
I see an article about it from 2020, so it must have been 2020.
Then. Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Well, because that was probably coming off his 2019 year where he had 36 home runs, 90 RBIs, and hit 250. So,
dude, he's hitting 205.
Yeah,
now.
205. But he needs to play more.
In time, he only hit 205 with. Shut up.
You guys are on the fuck Max Kepler train, and I'm firmly on the fuck Anthony Volpe train.
Oh yeah, that's how we end the pod. That's how we end the episode right there. I love this.
What happened there? I thought he was the star child.
He's the Gold Glove winner shortstop this year, and Volpe.
Not to shout out Cutter is King on a podcast, but his Anthony Volpe takes are probably some of the funniest shit. He goes, can't wait to go down to my local supermarket, and it's an AI-edited fucking bagger of Anthony Volpe bagging his groceries for him.
He's gonna fumble all your shit.
God, it was so funny. But all right, does anyone have any?
Just sold my Volpe card. So.
Nice. Probably should actually.
Now. Martin Legend, Anthony Volpe.
Yeah. Do you? So does anyone have any closing remarks? Anything you want to add before? Anything we didn't talk about before we that you wanted to throw out there before we?
I don't know. We touched on Steven Kwan. We touched on Castro, Durant. I touched on all the players we would trade for. So
I don't think the only name I didn't mention was because I honestly thought it was a little stupid. I did mention Ramon Laureano, club option for next year, 31. He is hitting 275 with 14 home runs. I mean, that's not bad. Ramon Laureano.
Oh yeah.
And the only pitching name I didn't mention is someone mentioned Kyle Finnegan of the Nationals. I don't know much of him. He's unrestricted free agent at the end of the year.
I know nothing about that guy.
He's 1-4 with a 4.5 with a 1.3 WHIP. I mean, that's not. I guess it'd be a cheap ad, but I'm not. I think they should try to get Suarez or like a O'Neal Cruz Bednar situation. O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, past couple of years, Phillies have made soft moves at the deadline.
And I think it's Dombrowski. Dombrowski's trying to outsmart everybody in the room when he thinks he's the smartest one in the room, and he did it again in the offseason with Jolie bringing in Kepler. Like,
yeah.
And then letting every single bullpen piece go, or letting the one go that was good, and then we bring in Jordan Romano. Like,
I mean, at least you guys didn't add a reliever at the deadline at the last second. It was somebody trash like we did in 23.
Well, that was 23.
My final take is same thing I said last night. The Yankees I've heard about the Yankees soft adding and not being super aggressive because they're unsure about the team. If you're unsure and you're the Yankees, just sell. Like, you don't have to sell the entire team, but just sell. Like, you're the Yankees.
Can you give a couple names what you would sell?
Unsure, just sell.
What names would you sell? Just so.
Grisham, Goldie, Paul Goldschmidt, Trent Grisham.
Most of your one-year deal type things. No.
Yeah, most of the Reynolds. Yeah, only reason I wouldn't trade Belly is because I would want to resign.
That's a good point. So I heard that. Would you guys include Volpe in a trade anywhere?
I would personally. I'd send Volpe down. I wouldn't trade him. He has no value right now.
No, I would say he's 24, so maybe take a swing at a team being like, oh, he has potential still.
He has hella options because they have always refused to just send him down because they don't want to, hurt his confidence. But his confidence can't be too good right now when he's leading the league in errors. So, but
he needs to learn how to deal with that if that's an issue.
Bo's going to bat for him though, so he has some support from his manager. So I mean, he should feel comfortable from that standpoint. But I don't think he has value much to trade, but also just don't think
I'm just going to do a round table question, yes or no. I'll start. Okay. Should Aaron Boone be fired at the end of the year for the Yankees if he doesn't make at least the ALCS? If he doesn't make at least the ALCS, I think
could have stopped. You could have stopped.
They're not making the ALCS.
Fired at the end.
All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. I'll rephrase the question.
Should Booney be fired at the end of the year? And my answer would still be yes.
It's no longer It's no longer just a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question, but I want you to be aware.
They finally do it.
So, here we go. Okay. All right. You know what? I'll even do it for both of us. For me and Stone, it's going to be a different question because it's Phillies, and then for you two, it's going to be Yankees. How good does Aaron Boone need to finish the year off to not be fired? How far does he have to take
Again, he can get fired at the end of the year.
He has to win a. So you're basically has to win a World Series. Is what you're saying?
No matter what they do, short of
winning a World Series,
coming back and winning the division by like 10 plus games. Like,
wow. Okay.
It's every single year the past few years they start off really hot. Yep. Then they limp their way into the All-Star break. Not good. And then they mess around, almost cursed. They mess around the rest of the year. Like every year the past few years. No, I know, but like I'm trying to keep PG. But every year for the past few years they
Max Kepler.
Mess around. And it's the same thing every time. How can you start hot and then around the same time you limp into the All-Star break, and then after the All-Star break you're still limping? So like I think the message has to change. So the players like him now. He's a good players coach. Players like him.
Scott, would you agree with that?
Yes.
So basically he either needs to grab a commanding lead in the AL East to take that to the playoffs, or probably at least win the whole thing. And then
listen, this is my thoughts. If Girardi took the cheating Astros to Game 7 of the ALCS, this man should have been fired after 2023, at least.
You guys have been calling it for that long, so
I mean, we got smacked by the Red Sox in 18.
Mm-hmm.
We came back in Game 6 against the Astros in 19, just for Chapman to blow it. 2020, Chapman blew it again against the fucking Rays. 2021, we got smacked by the Red Sox. 22, we got swept by the Astros. 23, we didn't make the playoffs. And then last year was a fucking shit show against the Dodgers.
And they said Girardi's message got old, basically, so they needed to change managers. But it's
Boone's message like I don't see
not old. Like I don't know at this point. But
yeah, I think I think if he doesn't do well in the playoffs, I think it should. I think a change of command might actually benefit the Yankees.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you got Aaron Judge saying I want Aaron Boone, because they're not going to say no to Judge.
He probably is, though.
So
that's the thing. 'Cause Judge is a big Boone supporter. So
yeah. And then just to turn it to me and Stone real quick before we end. Stone, I'll let you give your answer, then I'll give mine. Do you think there is a possibility that Topper can be fired? And if there is, what would have to happen for him to be fired?
I think yes, and I wouldn't say like championship or bust, but another breakdown early in the playoffs. There's already been the rumors of him kind of losing the clubhouse.
Yeah.
I don't like how he doesn't have a lot of fire. Like, he's never really getting out there. He's never getting ejected, never stepping in when he really should be stepping in.
That was the one good thing about Girardi, is Girardi did get in the face, even if he really didn't technically need to, but if his player got stood up, he'd be up there standing up the umpire, which I will say.
We both got to experience Girardi.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, belly 3 on home run.
But actually, what's funny too is the issue with Girardi at the end for the Phillies was that he had no life and he wasn't doing anything.
He had no
and
life,
it feels like Topper's almost cycling into the same thing, where like you rarely see him
just
enthusiastic.
And just to touch on you guys, your complaint about Boone is like the limping. The Phillies had an historic year last year, and then come June, since June they've played 500 baseball.
Yeah.
Damn near. And then Girardi, a couple years ago, had an historic loss in an historic August, to where the point where he lost the division. I think we were up by like 8 or 9 games, and it was like a MLB historic like losing streak to lose the division that year. I think that was 2019 or 2020, something like that. I remember that we were streaking. I think it was 19. It was the first year we had Bryce.
All right, I gotta go to bed.
But all right, it was a nice way to end the thing.
I was like, we're done with this.
All right, fuck Scott, man. But anyway,
I gotta go to bed.
Just go quiet real quick.
Speaking of, I know you just said it, but speaking of Belly 3-run homer, they gotta restart Belly. Honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll end with that. Go ahead, son.
Do you want me to end it with the fact?
Oh yeah. Let's hear Stone's fact real quick.
Do that, absolutely. Are we ending it right here? So I should just go with it.
Yeah, just go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'll give a little outro, but go ahead. Yeah.
All right. So our random sports fact for episode 1 of Caveman Entertainment Sports Talk is during Vin Scully's first year as a broadcaster in 1957. He was suspended by the Dodgers for calling a home run with "He hit that like it was Marilyn Monroe."
Oh my God. Well, with that was the first episode of Caveman Entertainment Sports Talk, C.E.S.T.
What an amazing career.
We're going to try to be weekly with it. You just got to bear with us. All 4 of us have jobs. We're just regular people, just trying to have some fun. Probably the next time we meet and we see you guys see a video of us, it's going to be mini camp or training camp for the NFL. The season's starting up. Me, Stone, Scott are huge Eagles fans, so we had a good off season. The Cowboys fan over here, but no, we're gonna have some good talks. We're gonna have some heated debates. This is what we are. We're passionate, but we're all friends at the end of the day. Scott's already out here, but is that the new one? That's the first one, exactly. So
new one ships August 13th.
Oh shit, nice. But yeah, that was the first episode. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Okay, so the Phillies just landed Jahan Duran for Mick Abel and Eduardo Tate, and what I just wanted to say is beyond delighted about it, but I also kind of called it before I wrote down Painter and Tate to the Twins for Duran, I actually wrote down Abel. So I already had it set before it happened. Here you can see on the computer, McAbel. So yeah, I was calling for Abel and Tate initially. I added in Marsh because I thought he would take it, but I guess not. Beyond thrilled about that. Go Phils.